Welcome to Up to the Minute. Good to have you with us on this hashtag Finally Friday. We've got a great show lined up for you today, and we are live at the HCC TV studios. My co-host joining me right now is Randy Ramsey. Joins me every Friday. Good to see you, Randy.
Good morning, Todd. How are you today?
I'm good. Ready for this month to be over. Ready to move on officially into February.
Me too. I'm thrilled. Bring it on.
It's
We've got a lot
exciting.
coming up.
It did go by pretty quick, though. Yeah. So you got any big plans this weekend?
Rugby. It is rugby season.
Oh,
I will
that's
be at the
right. Yeah.
rugby pitch all weekend, but it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I forgot you guys are really into the rugby over there. So good for you. I know you've got a lot planned. Hey, if you're watching us this morning, we're on Facebook Live and YouTube. We appreciate you joining us. We're here Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m., most Mondays through Fridays. And you can also catch us in social media and on our cable channel, Randy.
That's right. We're on X, LinkedIn, and HCC TV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, whenever HCC is in session.
That's right. So we've got some special guests today. Randy, you're going to be getting to your interview in just a moment, but I want to bring back a couple. We're celebrating 5 years this month through February 15th because it's been 5 years we've been doing this show. Originally, when we started it, well, these two were involved and they're back again. Frank Cooper, Brittany Pacheco, good to have you with us. The original co-host of Up to the Minute, man.
OGs.
The OGs.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody tunes in now, they're like, what year is it? 2021 or 2025?
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time, and we were in a different studio setting.
Yeah.
This is the first for us in quite a long time, right, Frank?
Yeah. 5 years ago, I had a mohawk and I had a long the whole time. I was like, let me grow it back out for this anniversary show. So, yeah.
You got a little ways to go, but we'll bring you back on. If you want to continue the Mohawk, we'll bring you back on later this month so we can expose it and show the public. We've got a lot of things to talk with these two about. It's good to see them back on the set once again. So stick around. We'll have them on in about 10 minutes. But right now, Randy, we're continuing our visit with the college presidents across the district, and you've got one on tap.
That's right. We're continuing our presidential welcome of students for the spring semester. And I'm talking with Dr. Lutricia Harrison, president of the HCC Coleman College of Health Sciences. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Harrison. We're really looking forward to hearing all about Coleman in the medical center and in your new Midtown location. So let's start with classes, because I know you have a lot going on. Most of the students have started classes earlier this month, but you do have Second Start just around the corner. So what does that mean for the Coleman students?
So good morning, Randy. Thank you all for having me back. I'm always excited to be here with HCCTV. So you're correct. We are offering Second Start classes, which gives our students an opportunity who were maybe not ready at the beginning of the semester to still enroll into our classes. And we're offering these classes at our Midtown location as well as, which is new, as some of the other HCC campuses as well. So students do not have to drive into the medical center or into Midtown to take some of our healthcare classes. Now they are available at Alief Hayes and at Northwest campuses, Northeast campuses as well, and some of our South locations. So we are now expanding to other areas and within the HCC college system.
Well, I think that's super, super exciting. I noticed that we had the classes at HCC Alief upstairs, and I was really excited to see them. They're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So
Yes.
what specific classes are being offered for Second Start?
We're offering our HITT 1305. We're also offering medical terminology and some of our VNSG classes for A&P and nutrition. We're offering physical therapy introductory classes, respiratory introductory classes, as well as occupational therapy introductory classes at the other campuses as well.
So that must be really great because it's opening the program up to students throughout the region so that it's less of a commute for them, which is great because I know living all the way out in Katy, we get a lot of folks out here who want to attend that. So you have some events coming up. Can you talk to me about a couple of those?
Yes, we are really, really excited about some of our upcoming events. On Saturday, February 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at the Coleman campus on Pressler, we're having our Take Flight Career Affair. We're partnering with the Houston Housing Authority, and we're opening it up to the community to come out to find out about our programs. They will have an opportunity to have some hands-on experiences, but also to meet and speak with the counselors and the advisors on how to apply to HCC as a whole and to apply for our programs and to get registered for some classes. We also have a Health Palooza, which is a program where we go throughout the different colleges within the Houston Community campuses, where we're presenting to those students the different programs that we're offering here at Coleman campus, just to increase awareness so that our students will know what all the opportunities we offer. Most students think that, oh, I want to be a nurse or a physician, but they're not familiar with a respiratory therapist or occupational therapist. So we're giving them an opportunity to have exposure to some of the other programs.
Well, I think that's amazing. I have many siblings, but two of them are in those other careers, not a nurse, but my brother is a physician's assistant. My nephew just got his nursing degree, and my sister works
So,
as a physical therapist. So I understand that you don't always think of those. You don't think about phlebotomy and you don't think about radiation technology. And I think it's an amazing opportunity to get those highly skilled careers. What is the update on the ADN nursing program?
so we have submitted our proposal to the Board of Nursing. We're waiting on them to send us the approval so that we can start taking students. So right now we're in the waiting process for them to give us the seal of approval so we can move forward.
But in the meanwhile, as we just said, there's a lot of demand in the health professions in general. So what is the job market like right now for nurses and other health professionals?
So we know that there's going to continue to be a nursing shortage. Research shows that even through 2032, there will still be a shortage of nurses. A lot of the hospitals have circled back, and we are now going back to having licensed vocational nurses within the acute setting. So those nurses can now work in the hospital again. They do not only have to work in home health, but they can work now in the hospital setting. So LVNs are in demand. There are lots of opportunities for LVNs in the community to find opportunities to work, as well as radiography technicians. We have anything in health professions, surgical tech, sterile processing is a high demand area, medical assisting, CNA. So you have an opportunity in any area in healthcare to find a job that's going to allow you to have sustainable lifestyle wages.
Which I think is amazing. And you could do what my mom did, which is you start with your LVN and then move on to classes to get your RN or another degree. So we do, before we wrap up, I want to make sure we talk about the bachelor program, since it is one of the few bachelors we offer and a great program as well.
Yes, so we have our Bachelor of Applied Science in Healthcare Management, and this is a 100% online program. The students do have to have an applied Associate of Applied Science in order to enter into that program. However, it's an opportunity for them to enter into a management field, so they can come in from a certified nurse assistant and stack all the way through and end up with a bachelor's degree at the cost of a community college level. So I tell people all the time, if you ever pay for a meal plan at a 4-year university, you can get a bachelor's degree for the same cost here at HCC. So we're pretty excited about that.
I'm pretty excited about it because, I have two kids about to head off to college, so those student loans are looking a little intimidating.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm just going to ask you one of my favorite questions as we wrap up. If there's one thing that you could wave a magic wand and change today and get us there, what would it be?
The one thing I will waive is opportunities for students to have access to clinical sites so that they can build those skills to learn. So we need to have an opportunity for those students to have somewhere to go so they can get that experience.
Because that hands-on experience is absolutely critical in this field.
Absolutely.
Well, I thank you so much for being here with us this morning, Dr. Lutricia Harrison, president of the HCC Coleman College of Health Sciences. We'll have all the info in our post after the show. And thank you once again, because I have loved watching this college grow. It's been amazing.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me. And we are super excited to be here. So we look forward to talking with you again in the future.
Thank you so much. And after a commercial break, Todd will welcome back the original co-hosts of Up to the Minute as we celebrate our 5-year anniversary.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. You know, we've produced more than 1,000 episodes of this show as a half-hour show. When we first started 5 years ago, hard to believe, we had a few other people involved co-hosting, and they're back. We know this was the pinnacle of their career at one time, but they moved on to bigger and better things. Brittany Pacheco, a graphic designer and web content specialist, Frank Cooper. Good to see you both back.
Likewise, Todd.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
to have you. Now, you guys, people know you left the show, went on to bigger and better things, because believe it or not, they have other jobs. They were just kind of doing this for fun.
Yeah, we were asked to help co-host, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Especially when we started here in the podcast studio,
Yeah.
because it was brand new for all of
Right.
us, and it was such a transition, really. And you know, we co-hosted with you for quite a while, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
And yes, we resumed our jobs.
Yeah. No, it was so much fun. I mean, it took me back to my newsroom days. Coming out of college, working in the newsroom and getting things prepped and reading scripts. That was my first time in front of the camera for all that time. So it was really, really fun.
Well, we're going to talk about some of the things you guys have done since you left the show. We'll get to that in a second. But Brittany, a lot of people don't know you were on this show before it really was a half-hour show.
That's right. Up to the Minute when I started, and I've been here going on 14 years at
Yeah.
this point. I mean, I started as a student.
Yeah.
I was an intern, part-timer, full-timer. And when I was first asked to be on Up to the Minute, it quite literally was up to the minute, 60 seconds long.
Yeah.
And in
No, it's
60 seconds, we would cover as much as we could of the happenings around the district. And it was intimidating because for me, as someone who solely just did graphics, I was always behind the computer. I was never in front of the camera.
Right.
And so trying to, learn the jargon that is TV, I don't have the background that Frank has. And it was intimidating, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was something new.
Well, you handled it like a pro. I mean, it's like you were like you were made for this, and especially when, we started going into COVID and we're at home and we got a chance to meet everyone's dog at least one time during the live broadcast, and yours as well.
Of course. Yeah. So that was actually one of my more favorite episodes that we got to do. It was with Veterans Voice, Tim Stroud. And for those of you who don't know, he's got a adorable dog. Incredible dog. And then you also brought your dog on the show as well. Well, that's where my puppy, my pride and joy, you all know this, Luna.
Yeah.
She was a 10-month-old puppy. She made her debut on Up to the Minute. And oh my goodness, she was so well behaved, which I wish she would,
right.
be more so. more so throughout my life. Frank can tell you when we do our podcast, he can hear her whining in the background. Like,
love her.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart. But yeah,
she's a corgi. So
she's a
let's just
corgi.
put that out there. They've got a special personality.
They do.
They're little dogs who think they're big dogs, right?
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah.
So, it works, it fits. But yeah, she made her debut here on Up to the Minute. And that was actually something that the club that we're part of, like breeds have clubs, right? They actually shared the episode on their Facebook page. So they were very happy to see one of their own recognized as well.
You did several interviews, dozens, maybe even 100 or more. What was your favorite one?
Gosh, there actually is a lot. I know we did get to interview Trustee Reichart one time to talk about the importance of education, but honestly, Todd, one of my favorite ones was highlighting cosmetology. And cosmetology was bringing out a new program to HCC that had to do with eyelash extension program, which I thought was a really, really great opportunity for students to be able to eventually become their own boss. I mean, they take the course, they get hands-on experience, become certified, and they're able to, like I said, be their own boss, make their hours, make their money. And it's such a great, like, I'm going to say side hustle, if you will, for many people. And let's just face it, the beauty industry is never going to go away anytime soon. And people will pay top dollar just to have quality. And
I think those classes fill up real quickly.
They do. Yeah.
They're very popular.
They do.
Frank, I know, when you left the show, you'd been doing social media, but boy, you really kicked it in over the past couple of years. And I know you're out interviewing the presidents, and I know enrollment's up, and I'm hearing that's all because of you.
I won't say that, but
it certainly helped, though. It had.
Yeah, I think so. David and I, we got together, and Brittany and Justin, we was trying to make social media more student focused again. I think over the years, it became more political and more focused on like us and not the students. So I wanted to start creating stories, testimonials, interviews about the student and what they're going through and what they're trying to do in life. And I think people start caring again. People start liking it, sharing it, engaging more. Graduation is one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah.
Because you get to talk to so many people from so many walks of life.
And you had a special student you spoke with this last graduation. I know we had her on the show yesterday.
Yeah, a couple of days ago. Yeah, so she's 77. She graduated with a bachelor's, and she's going to law school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Just talking to her and like, so I think Brittany was the interview. Brittany was recording it, and her son was behind Brittany. And I'm talking to her, and like you can see the proudness from her child.
Oh yeah,
40-year-old man, like just seeing, watching his mother just accomplish something so grand and so great, and that's what we do it for, and that's what I'm trying to focus on more for social media.
And that's what engages people, because it's outside. You're thinking outside the box. What you're showing, highlighting, and it's not just that one student. We have them across the district. Unfortunately, we can't reach them all to tell the stories, but those stories are out there. I know you guys have also been doing some special videos over the past several years. I think one was Donut Day.
Talking about our Game of Tuition days.
Game of Tuition was incredible.
The HBO show Game of Thrones was like wildly popular. Frank's a huge fan. He and Justin got me into the show. I was a late bloomer, but we started doing these parodies of Game of Thrones, but education style. So Donut Wars was a two-parter, which was a lot of fun because yes, education's important, but the students also relate to the silly stuff. And it was a lot of fun to do. Like, you still cheesing about it. But yeah, we had a lot of fun doing Game of Tuition. And I have to give a quick shout out to producer Nathan, because he made all of our videos so good looking, and making your vision basically come to life was amazing.
I remember that day on set. I was purposely screwing up just so I could eat my donuts.
Nathan was on the show last week. We were talking a bit about Game of Tuition, but that was all. And I was saying, I think my favorite one was Darth Vader in the elevator.
Oh gosh.
That was one of my favorite ones. I love the Game of Thrones. I mean, I came in here, just to give you an idea what they used to do. I come in here, it was the last day before we go on winter break. And I go into Studio A, which is our other studio, and it's filled with people. Some of them are wearing medieval outfits. They've got fake swords. A woman's laying down on top of Swoop, who is the mascot in full uniform. And they're recording. I'm like, I don't even want to know what's going on here. I turned around, left, they were shooting, I think, a two-parter of Game of Tuition.
I think that particular video was about enrollment, encouraging those to register for the following semester, like you said, because it was winter break. And I mean, it was just fun. It was a really popular show, Game of Thrones, and we had to take advantage of that and just put our spin on it.
Well, I encourage you guys to get back out there, do some Games of Thrones style videos. I know you're busy doing other things, but that's pretty creative stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you did French Fry Day, which I think became a viral sensation.
Yeah.
Like what, a couple thousand hits?
Yeah. I think 4,000 or 5,000 hits.
Yeah.
A couple of days.
I mean, just going around French Fry Day. Yeah.
And then Frank's really good at doing man on the street type stuff and just talking with the students and like engaging. And I think that's what students really want to see. They want to see themselves reflected on our social media. And Frank has done an incredible job with that.
It's fun. I mean, George and myself will go out and do a segment called This or That, like pick a topic, pick an option, and just kind of just read back with the student. It makes the job not a job, it makes it more like just fun for me. So
and you guys started YHCC as a campaign as well.
We did.
And you're still doing that, correct?
Yeah. Many years ago we started YHCC. It was more student focused, and then this past last semester I got with the bosses to do a YHCC College Presidents Edition to talk about what they have going on on campuses for the spring semester. So 5 of the 7 college presidents talked about what they have going on. I know Westwood has a daycare opening up for students. So, for people who have kids and can't go to classes all the time, a daycare will be there. I know Northeast is having the aviation. They purchased an old plane.
That they're heard about that.
Students work on. So a lot of great things going on. I want to focus on just why these campuses have so much going on, why it matters, and why prospective students should care. So,
Well, you guys are knocking it out of the park. Keep that social media going. Keep with the great graphics. I know Frank and I used to talk sports at the end of the show on Fridays. And I believe you're a KC fan, right?
Big time.
Yeah. Do you actually send checks to the referees or do they debit money from all the fans? How does that work?
It's my theory too.
Yeah.
Well, first off and foremost, we just play better than everybody else.
Yeah, okay. Obviously it's debited. It's debited across the fan nation, the Kansas City Chiefs nation. But so I imagine you're going to pick Kansas City for the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Okay. You have a pick for the Super Bowl?
I hope both teams lose.
That's, you kind of wish it can end in a tie. I have started this thing and it's kind of gone viral because I've seen it. I didn't make it go viral, but it's boycott Super Bowl.
Oh.
Because I really can't stand either teams. I could tolerate Kansas City in the beginning.
Okay.
But now the cheating with the referees has gotten so bad. And the Eagles fans, I mean, if you've seen the videos, they're just mean people. They really are mean.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just don't want to watch it. Yeah.
I just personally couldn't care less.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's no disrespect to either teams or the fan base, or don't come at me, people.
Yeah.
I just personally couldn't care less. And that's just me. I know my parents, for example, my dad decided to root for the underdog. Sorry, Frank. You're still invited for dinner.
It's the underdog, isn't it?
No, the Eagles. I think.
Oh, I thought Kansas City was the underdog.
Oh no, the Eagles are the underdog.
Because they were underdogs in the AFC Championship. Underdogs.
I mean, we are reading games for the 27th ranked market in NFL, so that is planned.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means.
Well, we'll see what happens, but who cares? Because I stopped watching, I didn't watch the championship games. I'm like, this is all rigged anyways.
I'm just here for the halftime show. Honestly, I'm really excited for the halftime show. If Drake shows up, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Tune in for the halftime show. There you go. Well, guys, it was great seeing you. You're welcome to come back on the show. You can just show up and we'll put you on anytime you want.
Subtle, Todd.
Yeah,
Very
you're
subtle.
welcome to come back. Yeah. So let's make that happen. We'll let you just show up and okay, you can co-host for this. Anyway, we are celebrating 5 years. It's great to have people working that you enjoyed working with, and these are certainly 2 of them here. We're going to go and take another break. We'll be back to wrap up the show with some news and announcements. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. Some announcements of things across the district. There is a SWOOP Leadership Academy today at the Southeast College. It includes workshops, lunch, and leadership information to upgrade student skills at all semester. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. East Side Student Life Center. And Randy, registration is in full swing right now.
That's right. Spring registration continues. Second starts begins early in February, as we discussed earlier. So hop on over to hccs.edu to apply, and 5 ways to learn as always. In person, hybrid, lab, online on a schedule, online anytime. So just come over and see us.
All right, Randy, have a great weekend of rugby. I know that's your thing.
That is my thing. So
Enjoy
you have a great
the
weekend too.
All right, and we'll see you all on Monday, live, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.